And here she is, the Lesablier Chronosport. Before my review, let's look at this special edition of the Spec.
We both know we don't need the candles. We both know we don't need the wine. I don't need to light up a chalice when you're texting me at night. You say you have a hangover today. I just wanna be sober, so I say you better come over now. I feel that I could talk, but baby I don't mind. 'Cause when you're by my side, you make me feel alive. If I don't need someone better, if I won't leave you alone, won't leave you alone. You say you have a hangover today. I just wanna be sober, so I say you better come over now. I feel that I could talk, but baby I don't mind. 'Cause when you're by my side, you make me feel alive. I feel that I could talk, but baby I don't mind. My hands are on your thighs and you look me in the eyes. Yes, in my apartment, no need for sunlight. You tell me that you need me now. I feel that I could talk, but baby I don't mind. 'Cause when you're by my side, you make me feel alive. I feel that I could talk, but baby I don't mind. My hands are on your thighs and you look me in the eyes.
Hello and welcome to another review. Now, school holidays are in full swing here in the Carney household here in the UK, so it's been a fairly busy time of late, but I'm really pleased to be looking closely at the Lesablier Chronosport, which has been in development for about a year and is coming to Kickstarter on the 31st of August. But before that, let's have a very quick wrist check, and today I'm wearing none other than this super fantastic, utterly brilliant Van Banner AO, and I'm wearing the AO because to me Lesablier and Van Banner are two microbrands that kind of really caught my eye at the same time when I ventured into the world of microbrands in the summer of 2021. Now, Lesablier is a microbrand based out in Washington DC in the USA, and like I said, is a brand I actually really like, having purchased their Sports Classic last year, which I absolutely adore. Now, Lesablier in French actually translates to the hourglass, which is just lovely. And Lesablier really are all about high standards of quality, and their mission is to embody the quality and exclusivity of high watchmaking and share it with enthusiasts across the world. One thing I will mention is that this is actually a temporary box, with the actual Chronosport box still being produced and will of course be ready when launched. Now, the Chronosport is, by the way, launched on Kickstarter on the 31st of August, 8 AM EST, with a super early bird price of $259. That's about £214, and then ranging from $289, that's £240, to $319, that's about £365, based on fixed increments of orders that are placed, with a Starfield edition, which is a beautiful adventuring meteorite dial, being priced at $329. That's about £270 for the first 10, and then $359, just short of £300 thereafter. The Chronosport is a sports watch that really feels like a chronograph evolution of Lesablier's previous model, the Sports Classic, with this very distinctive shape that really gave the Sports Classic its identity. So I'm actually really pleased that Lesablier has been bold enough to go down the chronograph route but kept that very distinctive shape. When you look at bicompax chronographs, whereby you have these two subdials, you generally think of a round case, and it actually feels like that with this bold coloured tachymeter ring that sits within this really cool angular case. So it's certainly for me the shape that makes this stand out from the rest, and for me, someone who isn't exactly a huge fan of chronographs, I must admit, I really like that their tachymeter ring is tucked away in this canted stadium. It looks really cool. It's kind of like a top tier of a really modern football stadium, and feels so distinct for me, especially with this rectangular pushes on the side that really complement the overall angular shape of the Chronosport. The dial has this distinctive sunrise colourway, but it's also available in Massar Emerald, Sunrise, Indigo, Evo, which is short for Evolution, which features a smoked transparent 3-layer dial, Panda, and this beautiful adventuring meteorite. And as you can see with this sunrise dial, it really does feel unique, and in certain angles kind of gives off a bit of a copper feel, and in other angles it feels more salmon. And although it looks black at first glance, those subdials are actually espresso brown, as is the chapter ring and the day window. And it's also worth noting something that is really unique to Lesablier, and which I find personally really cool, and that's the serial number. Now it's on the case back, but it's also on the dial. Now this is a prototype, so it's edition 0 of 50, but the fact that your individual serial number appears on the dial makes it feel so unique. So bottom line specs, the case size is 41mm, lug to lug 46mm, the lug width is 20mm, and the case thickness is 12.55mm. So what you do get is a fairly hefty, weighty watch. It sports a sapphire crystal with double-sided AR coating, and it has this stainless steel integrated bracelet which has a bit of wriggle. And as you can see, it has a good variety of brushed and polished finishes. It's absolutely beautiful. Now the Lesablier brand is engraved on the back of this 2 hinges deployment clasp, and actually a leather strap will be available as an optional extra. The movement is a Seiko VK64A Mecha Quartz, which actually is the only third-party component in the Chronosport, meaning that Lesablier have had to design, mould and tool every last component. This means that nothing you see on the Chronosport is an off-the-shelf part apart from the movement. On the wrist it feels classic, like you're wearing a more complete and certainly refined chronograph, and refined in a way that functionality of a chronograph was not compromised when this was designed. It's a sports watch that wouldn't look at all alien against a pinstripe suit, or a semi-formal evening wear if you're out with your mates. And of course it wouldn't at all look out of place at Silverstone if you're watching the Formula 1. Now I really like Lesablier. Few microbrands really make a permanent statement with me. I'd say possibly only 3, maybe 4. It's all subjective, I get that, but there's something quite special about the thought process of the design of firstly the Sports Classic and now the Chronosport. For me, I really like it. In this colourway in particular, that copper, sunburst, salmon feel gives it a perfect metallic feel that shades into an array of tones against angles of light, and that gives it a real classic feel on your wrist. At $259 for the super early bird, for me is a no-brainer. Now I may be biased because I love the brand, I love their ethos, but wearing this for the last few days has actually made me feel good. It's made me feel like I want everybody to see it, and I want everybody to ask me about it. So from me, it's a big thumbs up. See you later, alligator. Hello, Space Center. Boys, listen here.
On board the science laboratory, astronauts and scientists have been learning how to live in space for long periods.
It looks like there's millions of them. Very British. Is that a satellite?
Grab them and load up the tetrabank next to the airlock. Okay, that was fun.
Bye bye, Space Center.
And it's to face it.
And we're back.
First! I didn't even get the gun.
Good night, Lesablier.